Where's Nancy? We ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the class of 2017. Mr. President, the Mansfield University community has gathered this morning with you in the celebration of the 153rd Commencement exercise. We ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced during the ceremony. We will be posting tweets throughout the ceremony. If you send your tweet using hashtag #MansfieldGrad, it will appear live on the stream. We also invite gentlemen to remove their hats at this time for the national anthem and invocation. Will the audience please stand for a national anthem led by student soloist Ms. Cassie Zinkin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I would ask you to join me in a moment of prayer, please. Gracious and most loving God, God of all people, we gather here in this place today to celebrate the successful completion of the academic requirements set forth for each of these graduates' specific degree field. And we thank you for leading them to Mansfield University and making them a part of our university family forever. We thank you, God, for the trust and awesome responsibility you have placed upon this institution to guide these graduates academically, socially, and spiritually. We thank you, God, for their families who have supported them emotionally and financially on this journey, for parents, for siblings, spouses, children, friends, and strangers that you may have met along the way that offered some small piece of wisdom. And we ask you, God, as they leave this place today, that you richly bless them financially, emotionally, and most especially spiritually. We ask that they leave here with a heart for service for their fellow man and a willingness to walk and serve in the paths that you have given them to serve. And we ask this, God, in your most gracious and holy name. Amen.
You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Jonathan Rothmel. I'm the university's Senate President and an Associate Professor of Political Science. It certainly is an exciting time to be a college graduate. Our globalizing world offers many opportunities for new graduates, both near and far. In my international relations course this semester, we analyzed the pros and cons of globalization. And while we mainly focused on its benefits, we also discussed how globalization can sometimes erode culture and identity. However, despite global forces, some things remain distinctive and unique to particular places. For example, you know you're from Pennsylvania when the first day of hunting season is a school holiday. You know you're from Pennsylvania when words like hoagie, crick, chipped beef, scrapple, and pop actually means something to you. You know you're from Pennsylvania when, just weeks before the playoffs, your star quarterback gets injured and is out for the season. That's the luck of an Eagles fan. Although we're still hoping for an all-PA Super Bowl for all you Steeler fans out there. Yeah. But there are many things at Mansfield University that make us distinctive and unique as well. For example, you know you attended Mansfield University when the only place to eat after a late night of studying is at a gas station, Sheetz. You know you attended Mansfield University when going to KFC every day is actually a good thing. KFC is a Kelchner Fitness Center, and they do not serve fried chicken at KFC. You know you attended Mansfield University when words like the Hut, Cardiac, Upper, Allen, Rattan, Belknap, Grant, Butler, Elliott, and Decker will forever evoke memories. You know you attended Mansfield University when you have developed lifelong friends who have always been there for you through the best of times and even the worst of times. You know you attended Mansfield University when you have a trusting and personal relationship with a professor, coach, or staff member who knows exactly when to give you a swift kick in the butt or reassuring words of encouragement. You know you're a graduate of Mansfield University when you've earned the skills through hard work and perseverance to adapt and succeed in a dynamic world. And finally, you know you're a graduate of Mansfield University when no matter where you end up in the world, you know that you will always have a special place in your heart for Mansfield University, because once a Mountie, always a Mountie. Thank you and best of luck to the class of 2017. At this time, I'd like to introduce the platform party. Please withhold your applause until all members of the platform party have been introduced. So starting in the back row, Mr. Bruce Vickery, Esquire, member of the Council of Trustees, class of 1989. Ms. Tammy Philandis, interim vice president of Finance and Administration, class of 1995. Ms. Karen Russell, member of the Council of Trustees, class of 1979. Mr. Lynn Johnson, Director, Campus Ministry, class of 1988. Ms. Mackenzie Hafer, student member of the Council of Trustees, class of 2018. Ms. Joni Cole Burney, Alumni Association President, class of 1986. Mr. Tyler Walters, President, Student Government Association, class of 2019. Mr. Patrick Henderson, member of the Council of Trustees. Mr. Aaron Singer, member of the Council of Trustees. First row, Dr. Scott Davis, Harold, Professor, Department of Chemistry and Physics. Mr. Frank Krofchick, Assistant Vice President and Dean of Students. Dr. Nancy Seidel, Interim Associate Provost and Dean of Faculty. And Dr. Dennis Murray, Keynote Speaker, Professor Emeritus. Mr. Scott Barton, Interim President, Mansfield University. Dr. John Ulrich, Interim Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. The Honorable Matthew Baker, Pennsylvania State Representative and Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education Board of Governors member. And Ms. Bobby Kilmer, Chairperson of the Council of Trustees, class of 1984. At this time, I'd like to introduce the President of Mansfield University, Scott Barton.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Rothamel. Welcome, everyone, to the 153rd commencement here at Mansfield University. To all the members of the reviewing party, welcome and thank you for attending. More importantly, thank you for all that you do for the students of Mansfield University each and every day. To Dr. Murray, we are honored to have you here today as our commencement speaker. Your presence and the words you will share with the graduates add to the significance of the day. I extend a very warm welcome to the family and friends of the graduates. Today, in a few moments from now, all of us gathered here will witness a defining moment in your family's history. To our graduates, today is the accumulation of years of hard work and effort. Today is the day you envisioned years ago when you first arrived here at Mansfield. But more important than that, today is the accumulation of what your commitment can do. When you walked onto campus years ago, some of you knew what you were going to study, some of you didn't know what you were going to study, and some of you figured it out along the way. But regardless of the differences on how you got to this moment, you all shared one thing in common: your commitment to this day and your commitment to success. I want to talk to you briefly this morning about commitment and what that means once you leave Mansfield University. The one thing I've learned over the years is that comfort and commitment don't live in the same house. And what do I mean by that? When you are committed to achieving something great, you're going to be uncomfortable. Think back to your time here, whether you were studying for an exam or writing a paper, doing something when you would rather be doing something else. You stuck to it, you stayed focused on your goal of graduation, and that's what commitment looks like. It's that uncomfortable feeling that will continue to drive your success far beyond the doors of Mansfield University, as long as you stay committed. It's comfortable to sit on the couch in the family room, but that's not what life's about. Your commitment is the spark that starts a fire towards something greater than what's in front of you today. And at the end of your commitment, you will achieve something great and something meaningful, something that will allow you the comforts that you could only dream about before your journey began. Your Mansfield degree, coupled with your Mansfield experience, will help you achieve things you only dreamed about before arriving here. Our core principles, our Mansfield Creed, teach us all about integrity, about learning, about celebrating humanity, and about helping others. These core principles will help you on your continuous journey towards being the best version of yourself. Be bold, stay bold, take chances, and stay committed. When you get knocked down, be committed to getting back up. When all you see is darkness, be committed to shining the first light. When something seems too tough, be committed to being tougher. When you are having a great day, be committed to making someone's day even greater. Realize that just like your journey here at Mansfield University was a team effort, life outside these doors takes realizing each person you encounter has strengths that are different than your own. Each person you will meet will have similarities and differences you can learn from. Be committed to learning from others. Continue to learn how to work as a team and harness your own individual strengths. But more importantly, realize each person has their strengths too. Because as Roosevelt said, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Continue to learn to work together and be humble along the way. Remember that the single most important thing on your journey towards being the best version of yourself is knowing how to get along and work with others. I wish each and every one of you the best in all that you choose to do. Graduates, when you leave this gym, please know that your commitment has not gone unnoticed. And please know that you make each and every one of us so very proud. Let the Mansfield Creed guide you in all that you choose to do. As Roosevelt once said, in any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. Hold on to your spark and hold on to your commitment. I want to thank you all for making Mansfield University and your families so very proud. Working together, we make Mansfield University what it is today and what it will be tomorrow. Together, we are Mounties forever. Congratulations, graduates. Today is your day.
Good morning. My name is Joan Cole Burney, and I am a proud 1986 graduate of Mansfield University. Today, I represent the Mansfield University alumni family, an organization which boasts over 25,000 members from each of the 50 states and over 40 countries that span the globe. It is my honor and privilege to be among the first to congratulate and welcome each of you as our newest members. You are now part of our family. From this day forward, you will be a graduate of Mansfield University, a name that is well respected because of those family members who have gone before and have helped to provide a strong foundation which will help you in your endeavors to build your bright future and a better world in the process. Today, the torch is being handed to you, a new generation of leaders. We are extremely proud of each of you. Your parents and members of your close family have come here to show their pride and share in this monumental day with you. But today, you have become part of a much larger family. And yes, we are also extremely proud of your accomplishments as well. We will remain your connection and foundation. It is now your time to go forth and accomplish great things. Congratulations, and go Mounties.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyler Walters, and I am your student government president here at Mansfield University. I'd like to begin by congratulating you all for completing your degrees and moving forward down this path that we call life. Upon arriving to this school, you may have never expected to become the person that you are today. I came to Mansfield University as a student who was incapable of seeing the bigger picture. As a freshman, I did not understand what this university had to offer, and at one point, I even considered transferring. I sought out no involvement and only left my room to eat, go to class, or go to the library. What I did not know is that Mansfield University students look out for each other. Each day, as I went to class, I noticed that strangers would say hi. Not because they knew me, but because that is something that we do at Mansfield. I noticed that a day didn't go by where students were not fundraising for charity or looking out for the best interests of the community. And I began to wonder if I was the problem. So I took a leap of faith, and I started off by getting involved with a fraternity. The men that I now call my brothers looked out for me and did what they could to change my mind. They insisted that I try new things and that I get involved on campus. I credit my good friend Kyle Melvin, a recent alumni of Mansfield University, for telling me to stop complaining about issues, but instead work to solve them. A piece of advice I will carry for the rest of my life. He encouraged me to join every club that I could and to be active on this campus. He looked out for me, and he showed me how to implement my ideas. As I got involved, I started to open my eyes, and I saw a lot of incredible things. I saw faculty who would do anything to ensure the academic success of their students. I saw administration that would stop at nothing to bring this university to new heights, and I saw a family that I could call home. I've come to learn in my time at Mansfield that things are not always going to be perfect, and that is okay. As a family, we do what we can to look after one another. Together, we are capable of making our voices heard, not by what we say, but by what we do. As you enter the workforce or continue to further your degrees, I encourage you all to keep your minds open and to make a meaningful difference. I encourage you to think freely and to be the change that you want to see. You're an extraordinary class as major school proud. I hope to see you all return to your alma mater someday. You will always be welcome here as part of the Mansfield family. I am humbled to have been your student government president, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Go Mounties.
Good morning, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and graduates. Welcome to Mansfield University's winter commencement exercises. Mansfield University. Character, scholarship, culture, service. Not only are these the 4 core values of the Mansfield Creed, but they are also the 4 core values that Dr. Denny Murray has exemplified in his career and throughout his life. From starting his teaching career at the University of North Dakota, where he drove students hours away from campus to consult on Native American reservations, to serving 37 rich years as a faculty member in the psychology department at Mansfield University, teaching courses in counseling, death and dying, and leadership studies, to name a few, to continuing his servitude in his many roles in the community. Dr. Murray has been the perfect epitome of character, scholarship, culture, and service. Beyond epitomizing the Mansfield Creed, Dr. Murray exemplifies Mansfield's familial home away from home atmosphere. Because of the intimate nature of Mansfield University's small campus, students attending the university automatically gain a second family, something that Dr. Murray wholeheartedly embodies. Last December, Dr. Murray was slated to speak to the graduates, and I was to introduce him. Before commencement, I reached out to Dr. Murray, hoping to meet with him. Without hesitation, Dr. Murray and his wife invited me to their home for tea and cookies. Upon arriving at their home, I was immediately greeted as if I were family. First by the dog, very excitedly, then by Dr. Murray, followed by his wife. Dr. Murray led the conversation, and I listened in awe, eager to learn from him. Proudly, Dr. Murray showed me photo albums of his family. The way he spoke so passionately about his children and grandchildren made me feel like I was part of the family. At that moment, my Mansfield family grew. Expecting the encounter to last 10 to 15 minutes, maybe half an hour at most, we began talking about Mansfield, the history of the buildings on campus, the stories of the people behind the names of the buildings, and even the history of his own house. Soon, 10 to 15 minutes turned into hours. I left the Murray's home so excited to introduce Dr. Murray, confident that his knowledge would mesmerize the graduates. However, due to inclement weather, commencement was canceled before Dr. Murray could share his wisdom. Yet more than a year later, I still clearly remember how he and his wife welcomed me so warmly into their home. Now, it's my turn to warmly welcome Dr. Murray back to everyone's home away from home, Mansfield. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Denny Murray.
Well, thank you. I am very excited to be here. President Barton, members of the Platform Party, and other distinguished guests, my colleagues and dear friends at Mansfield University faculty and staff, family members and friends of the graduates, and most especially the graduating class of 2017. I'm very happy to be here. It's a great privilege. I also, before I go any further, just want to thank my wife, Linda, for being here. As you can imagine, after 2.5 years, she hasn't heard nearly enough of me talking. And I have to start, and I'm sorry to take a little side trip here. Some of you may know that I started virtually every class I taught with something called the new and good. I would expect students to provide a new and good at the beginning of class. I always had to ask 2 or 3 students, and I always felt like I needed to share one and to reciprocate and to model that good behavior. And so I understand your new and good today is you're graduating, and I'm sure you have many others. You have family here and all. My new and good, which I can't resist telling you, is that just a little over 24 hours ago, my daughter gave birth to a grandchild of mine, a little girl. So I had a lot of things to be excited about this week, and I'm very, very happy. And I'm looking forward to meeting my new grandchild. So graduates, we're here today to celebrate you and your accomplishments and to mark the special moment in your life's journey. What a wonderful thing you've done, something that impacts the rest of your lives and all the other lives you will touch in the future. You worked hard and persevered, and I expect you've been transformed in both large and small ways by your experiences at MU. Being an MU grad is now thoroughly part of who you are. I want to take just a moment to ask you to do me a favor and raise your hand if anything's applied to you. You ready to do that? You moved here and lived mostly on campus or in rental housing in the Mansfield community. All right. You telecommuted or commuted to campus from the surrounding area. Thanks. You worked while earning your degree. Oh, yeah. You've been a parent or had other significant family responsibilities while a student. Neat. You are in the first generation of your family to attain the degree you're receiving today. Cool. You and your family made big financial sacrifices to make today happen. That should be about everybody. Okay. Well, that's just all wonderful, and it reminds me just how hard you've worked, and I congratulate you on doing all those things necessary to be here today to earn your degree. So a little bit about me. For over 40 years, I've had the privilege of teaching, mentoring, and learning from hundreds of students, people excited about learning and charting a course for their lives where they could use their knowledge talents to make a difference in the world. It was a joy to do the work I loved. MU students always seemed like my people, having come from backgrounds that often involved charting new family educational territory or overcoming huge economic, social, and personal challenges. I loved being an ally to students in that process. I'm very grateful for all that time with students and the many conversations about their lives, goals, and dreams. I also have to insert here that lucky for you, after being out for 2.5 years, I am making progress in my recovery from an addiction to talking too much and from telling bad jokes to a captive audience. So you can tell me after this is over how well I've done in my recovery. My professional identity has always been being a community psychologist. That view shapes the way I see the world and the messages I have for you today. That view assumes that we are part of complex and social and institutional systems that shape and even determine our behavior. These systems, families, schools, churches, work institutions, social networks, and even political allegiances account for much more of our thinking than we like to admit. So the company you keep and where you hang out matters. That view also assumes that by working within healthy systems, we have the opportunity to encourage systemic positive change, and where possible, that view also assumes that it's best to focus on preventing problems, not just reacting to them after they appear. So you have to accept the fact today that you're hearing both from a psychologist and from a person who sees himself as a community psychologist. So I want to get out of the way some of the usual commencement speech instructions about how to live a good life. So here's my list. Eat healthy, exercise, love boldly, laugh well and often, build strong supportive social networks, love the work you do, show gratitude, respect others, tell the truth, call your parents, and floss your teeth. Don't resist any of that. Please just do it. Now to my core message. At the end of this event, President Barton will confer upon you the degree you've earned, and he'll tell you that it comes with, quote, all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I'm sure you've considered a great deal the possible rights and privileges this degree could get you, such as increased self-esteem, recognition and status in your clan and community, and access to a fulfilling and interesting career. It's less likely that you've been thinking about the responsibilities that pertain thereto. What might they be? Well, like you, I received an education that was supported and subsidized by the public. Not by some nebulous government, but by the people who empower government to do what's right for all of us. In your case, it was the citizens of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That kind of support assumes we are all better off by having a fully educated populace. It also means the degree that you've earned is not just about you. It brings with it responsibility to the common good. So I have a list today of 3 responsibilities, specific responsibilities, that I believe are required of you as a college-educated person. The first, which you might guess, is to continue to learn and to be a critical thinker. When you arrived at Mansfield, one of the challenges you faced, besides being fit enough to walk the hills, was to accept that you didn't know what you didn't know. Picking a major, selecting courses were often a leap into the unknown. You learned things you never expected to learn and had to accept that there was always more to learn. Well, you're vastly more aware and knowledgeable now than when you started here. But you have a new challenge to discover what you still don't know. I encourage you to embrace that challenge and adopt an attitude of continuous learning. Your Mansfield education has given you the tools to further learning and understanding. You need to be selective about where you get your information and to do the kind of critical thinking encouraged and taught by your faculty. We're barraged by so much distracting informational white noise that it's hard to determine what's important and what's real and not some well-spun, emotion-hyped pseudo-reality. You know that there is always more than a simple explanation and more than one side to a story. It requires hard work to fully understand before we rush to judgment on the important issues of our time. Misinformation, lies, they go viral in moments. Getting real information requires heavier lifting. My psychologist twist on critical thinking is that Unprocessed emotions and biases cloud and interfere with our clear thinking. Culturally, we're confused about the relationship between emotions and thinking. Many people lack good tools to label, understand, and process their emotions. Our language is confused. We say, I feel like, when we might better say, I think, and we fail to see the difference. That fuzziness has consequences. So in my view, thinking, feeling, deciding, and acting are distinct processes, even though they interact. Two rules around this have served me well. Feelings are to be felt and not acted upon, and you can't feel and think at the same time. I know you're going to try to prove me wrong on that, but those are good rules. A corollary is feel first, then think and act. And if you need some evidence for this, just turn to social media or the weekly police report in your local newspaper to see a bunch of people who acted on their feelings. So I implore you to continue to develop your social and emotional intelligence skills, skills that will help you process your feelings, resolve them so you can think clearly, and when appropriate, take rational action. A second responsibility you now have involves caring and making things better. This includes the responsibility to think about the bigger issues in the world around you, to be a change agent, to lead, and to make a difference. You know that the problems of our society and world are complex. These problems require good minds to see the bigger picture, to seek understanding, and to take meaningful action. Really caring requires compassion, and the ability to seek real understanding requires the skill of empathy. So, quick lesson here, empathy is not just feeling, that's sympathy, but a deeper understanding of the other person's experience. Sympathy is usually about you. Empathy is about the other. And why is that so important? Because we all are, in fact, in the same boat, and only by caring and recognizing our interconnectedness can real progress occur. Even though the worst aspects of popular media and political culture focus on our differences, we are all very much alike. We often hear emphasized divisiveness and the assumption that those, quote, on the other side are not like us. We all want the same fundamental things for our lives and our children. And I hope you discover this at MEMU and notice that the great thing about embracing diversity and acting inclusively is that in the end, we can see the common humanity in everyone we meet. It's hard to look at, let alone understand all the pain and problems in the world, but we must look and seek understanding. For example, we also must squarely face the reality that global climate change respects no borders and threatens us all. In this and so many other ways, we're deeply connected to the lives of all others, regardless of their nation, religion, or ethnicity, and we need to assume that our caring and connectedness matters. So recognizing these connections and practicing informed caring leads to a desire to act and to make a difference. You can embrace communities of change in all the expanding circles around you, from your local neighborhoods, workplaces, and schools to the global community trying to heal a battered planet. In doing so, I expect that you can make a real difference. So, the third big responsibility involves integrity and the courage to do the right thing. If you are required by your MU education to continue learning and caring, and all this naturally leads to doing something, then what might stop you from acting? The answer, I think, is often fear and lack of courage. Most of us know intellectually what's right, but put in a situation that exposes us to physical, emotional, and social risk, we often don't act. Emotions rise, we stop thinking, and we become ethically paralyzed. Psychologist Philip Zimbardo, in his book about the failure of moral courage in the soldiers at Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq, showed how stress and a culture of social influence and neglectful leadership created an environment almost certain to produce the terrible things that happened there. As he said, it wasn't the result of a few bad apples, as officials argued, but the result of the apple barrel they were placed in. Unfortunately, you may find yourselves in a barrel where you'll be fearful or pressured to not act or to act unethically. You will face such situations. Please prepare yourself, inoculate yourself to respond courageously when those critical moments arrive. Recently, we've had highlighted glaring examples of corrupt cultures, of celebrity and power, where men sexually harassed and assaulted others with impunity, where victims were often too afraid to get help, and most tellingly, from my perspective, where bystanders knew what was happening but didn't act. Please, challenge those cultures wherever you find them, and I particularly ask the men here to commit to ending sexual harassment and sexual violence against women in the workplace. It's long past time for these cultures to change. If you see something, you say something. That's when your awareness, your knowledge of right and wrong, and your moral courage need to kick in. So, now when you hear that phrase about the responsibilities that accompany your dearly earned degree, please think about these three imperatives. Continue to learn while thinking critically, practice caring and empathic understanding of others, and act with integrity and courage to make a difference. I hope you agree that these responsibilities reflect the principles of the Mansfield Creed. Finally, yes, there is a finally, one more thing to add to that earlier list of instructions, the one with laughing, loving, and flossing. Be hopeful. It's easy to be discouraged and to feel hopeless about the future. I encourage you to be steadfastly committed to hope, to the expectation that things will get better. It's only by holding on to an attitude of hope and by building communities of action and courage that things can get better. We need you at full strength as you take on the challenges and the wonderful opportunities that await you. Please go for it. All of us in the MU family eagerly look forward to seeing the differences that you will make and the better world you will help build. So congratulations, and thank you for listening, and please enjoy your new and good today. Thank you.
Will the candidates for all associate degrees please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Mr. Michael S. Flood. Vanessa R. Earl. Sydney J. Stone. Brianna N. Weeks. Dylan W. White, Associate Degree with Honors, receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for his military service to our country, Senior Airman, Air Force, 2008 to 2015. Melissa R. Cooper, Associate Degree with Honors. Amelia L. Lieberknecht. Amelia is a second-generation graduate, with her mother, Karen Clayhold, 1987, graduating before her.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Kirsten N. Anderson, cum laude. Kelly T. Bolt, receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for her military service to our country. Specialist, Pennsylvania Army National Guard, 2011 to 2017. Andrea R. Kauser. Devin Finikia. Jacob A. Greenewalt. Amy L. Henderson. Kimberly A. Horger. Deborah L. Jennings, cum laude. Zachary D. Jockel, receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for his military service to our country. Sergeant, Pennsylvania Army National Guard, 2012 to present. Armored Crewman. Jessica K. Lovering, magna cum laude. Denzel A. Murdaugh. Destiny H. Parks. Maya Talon Ella Phillips. Eli R. Sauls. Brianna M. Swimmelar. Brianna is a second-generation graduate with her grandmother, Karen Swimmelar, 1989, graduating before her. Alec D. Tallman. David C. Van Loon, receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for his military service to our country. Staff Sergeant, Pennsylvania Army National Guard, 15 years of service with combat tours to Iraq and Afghanistan, currently enrolled in Officer Candidate School. Ms. Satika C. Walker. Satika's diploma will be presented posthumously to her family. A moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Music please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Shanice Brandon, cum laude. Mary Capilitan Polanco, magna cum laude. Brett Helmus, cum laude. Jacob C. Kerbaugh, cum laude. Coleman A. Lytle, cum laude. Lucas Lorenco. Andrew M. Menges. Jacob D. Myers, cum laude. Marissa S. Pattison, magna cum laude. Marissa is also receiving a diploma in recognition of completing a Bachelor of Science in Psychology with her Bachelor of Music in Music Education. Joseph H. Turner. Kenneth E. Unger, cum laude.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Molly L. Bestparnocini. Sorry, Molly. Rebecca A. Bogle. Vanessa L. Bonnell, cum laude. Lascelles Booth, Jr. Matthew T. Brady, magna cum laude. Aaliyah J. Briggs, magna cum laude. Her diploma is being presented by her mother, Tina Casada. Elizabeth J. Brookins, magna cum laude. Derek R. Bird. Brandon D. Burkholder. Sarah N. Kale, magna cum laude. Joseph C. Cantoli. Lisa M. Caswell. Danielle N. Catherman. Valerie A. Christensen. Tillin V. Colston. Cecil G. Cooper, receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for his military service. Specialist in the Army, Desert Storm, Operation Desert Strike with Intrinsic Action Iris Gold. Marcus Cabero. Barrett J. Davis, magna cum laude. Samantha Dixon. Hillary W. Fudale. Emily A. Galligan, magna cum laude. Summer Gatus. Sarah K. Haley, cum laude. Melanie E. Hartley. Haley J. Heckman, cum laude. Brett A. Hedman. Dylan J. Turner. Jamie L. Herman. Taylor J. Hirsch, cum laude. Anastasia M. Howard. Megan C. Jarvis. David J. Ketchum. Miranda L. Klein. Keisha M. Lee. Adam S. Leister, magna cum laude. Nicole Lewis, cum laude. Eric S. Losey. Eric is a second-generation graduate, with his mother, Terry Losey, 2002, graduating before him. Marisa R. Lodge, magna cum laude. Andrea K. Lynn, magna cum laude. Sarah R. Lynn. Marin A. McNamara, cum laude. Dana M. Mahaney, magna cum laude. Rebecca L. Marsh. Samantha I. Masher. Jonathan M. Matson. Joel T. Miller. Rebecca J. Minahan. Jessica E. O'Donnell. Jacob A. Panion. Ms. Olivia D. Penrod. Aaliyah DeConti Precious Phillips. Amy N. Plank, magna cum laude, and the honors program. Kyle L. Post. Lacey A. Powers. Michael C. Quigley. Katrina I. Race, cum laude. Emily K. Revert. Corinne M. Rebuck, magna cum laude. Emmy R. Reese. Stephanie L. Richards, summa cum laude. Her diploma is being presented by Dr. Robert Maris. Brittany N. Richardson. Emily K. Schammel. Kristen M. Tennedy. Christian A. Verostro, magna cum laude, receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for his military service to our country. Specialist, Army National Guard, 278th Armored Cavalry Regiment, Danville, Pennsylvania. Marissa L. Wagner. Joseph E. Walter, cum laude. Kaylee A. Watkins. Keely S. Whipple, magna cum laude. Jeremy E. Wiles. His diploma is being presented by his father, Clifford Wiles, and his stepmother, Marilyn Wiles.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Shaquem M. Blackwell, cum laude. Samantha L. Carey, cum laude. Emily P. Davis. Megan M. Heath, cum laude. Whitney M. Hurlbert, magna cum laude. Brianna N. Krotzer, magna cum laude. Benjamin A. Manning. Megan J. Pagelik, cum laude. Devin S. Sivers, magna cum laude, honors program. Devin is a fourth-generation graduate with her mother, Teresa McConnell, 1992, father, Douglas Sivers, 1994, grandmother, Barbara Bailey, 1964, and grandfather, Chester Bailey, 1935, graduating before her. Lindsay M. Smith, cum laude.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Tori L. Ackley. Kelsey I. Peck.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work please rise? Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degree and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. Will the candidates please come forward?
Kashana M. Bynum. Courtney A. Agnotsky. Kimberly Kiefer. Rochelle M. Pressett. Her diploma is being presented by her father, Rich Pressett. Amanda J. Reed, cum laude. Victoria P. Russell, cum laude. Amanda Wesneski, cum laude.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Mr. President, I now present the candidates for the master's degree. The candidates before you have met the requirements for the degree and have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. I have the pleasure of presenting them to you for the placing of the academic hood. Will the master's degree candidates please come forward?
Joshua D. Forrest, Master of Arts. Joshua is a third-generation graduate with his father, Sean Forrest, 1986, mother, Misty Forrest, 2017, and grandmother, Arlene Welch, in 1989, graduating before him. Sean D. Forrest, Master of Arts. Sean is a second-generation graduate with his son, Joshua, 2015, graduating before him with a bachelor's degree, and today with a master's degree. John Heisey, Master of Arts. Receiving special recognition from Senator Scarnati for his military service to our country. Specialist, Pennsylvania Army National Guard, 2003 to 2009, deployed. Paul A. Horger, Master of Arts. Renee L. Gitchell, Master of Science. Siva Priya Gunashekaran, Master of Science. Kathleen N. Weigel, Master of Science.
Hello, everyone. We're very close now, very close. Mr. President, it is a pleasure and privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degrees and who have been recommended by the Mansfield University faculty. I recommend them to you for the conferral of their degrees. Will the candidates for all the degrees please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Board of Governors of Pennsylvania's State System of Higher Education, and the Council of Trustees of Mansfield University, I hereby confer upon you the degree appropriate to your qualifications with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereunto. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right to the left.
Will you please rise for the singing of the alma mater?
Old Mansfield, high upon the eastern hill, dear Mansfield, hail to thee. Thy loyal sons and daughters with a will salute in melody. We bring a laurel wreath of praise and pledge our love through all our days. Our alma mater, dear, all hail to thee. Dear Mansfield, hail to thee.
We ask that all guests remain at their seats until the platform party, faculty, and then all graduates have exited. Mr. President, the business of this academic convocation is completed, and I hereby declare it to be adjourned.